Down. Henry, down. Good boy. Okay, so I'm going to do a really quick tutorial on teaching a dog to spin and to twist. And today I'm using treats that I use a lot. They're by Nature's Menu and they're 95% meat. They're really awesome treats. So I will feed my dogs, so I like to know pretty much what they're eating treat-wise as well, really. And Henry really likes these. They don't hold their shape that well. So to start with, we're going to be luring the dog to move around in a circle. That's our step one. So if I bring Henry back on with me. Henry. So Henry already knows it on a verbal cue, but I'm going to show you how we kind of achieve that. So I'm going to lure him round. Yes. And yes. And because he already knows it, he's starting to do it. Maybe not the best one to do it with. Yes. So you just do the same hand movement, stick food on the end of their nose and move them around. Okay? Yes. 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 And the next step on would be for us to make that hand movement far less obvious, so that eventually our end behaviour in mind would be just to be able to just do a finger flick. No! Good. Come. So then we'd start going, yes, yes, yes. We then want to start adding a verbal cue. I tend to not add verbal cues to any behaviour until I've got it pretty much there with luring. So when I'm happy with how the behaviour looks, then I'll add a verbal cue to it. And the reason that I do that is because I want the behaviour to be as tidy as possible before I put a word to it. Because if we started to put a verbal cue to a behaviour that wasn't quite complete yet and still looked quite sloppy, then we're pairing those things together. Sloppy behaviour and the cue. So for me, I like to wait until the behaviour's pretty neat before I will then add my verbal cue. Henry, spin. So we would say the verbal cue and then give the hand signal. Spin. Good. Spin. Yes. Spin. Yes. Spin. Yes. Good. Spin. Spin. Yes. Good boy. It's a really good idea to only teach one or the other first. So first teach spin, and when you've got that really tight, then you can start teaching twist. And we would follow the exact same protocol as with spin. Leave. So we would, to start with, have the food on the end of the dog's nose and lure them round. Yes. 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 And we then start making our hand movement much less obvious. Yes. Yes. Twist. Twist. Yes. And the same thing with adding our verbal cue. Henry. Spin. Good. Twist. Yes. And that's how we teach our dogs to spin and twist.